a horror story, they're only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either.
Run, Alan, run! See, the noise is going like fucking nuts, but it doesn't, since he's not running at like any real pace. No, oh, well, I didn't understand. I guess I must turn right or left. Probably right.
Again.
I'm gonna try going right this time. But see how he's just kind of, he's not really running, you know? It kind of takes the drama out of all of this.
The dark presence had come for me. Drawn to the story I was writing as it grew darker. The Muse was the murder victim.
Yep.
The final scene took place in room 108.
Room 108. But how do I investigate the Moida? There's a guard. Climax. Well, that's interesting. Beware the drowned lady. That was funny. Since I happened to aim at that very moment, the crosshair came up on that little fear flash thingy. Lost on the shore between the forest and the sea, the owl and the deer reflected in motion. In his room he will hurt her. In hers he is caught. His story ends, her story does not. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone.
This was the murder site. There was a record.
Wow, that looks like the fucking Shining.
Beneath the body.
That's
Somehow
stupid.
It was important. Another step. Somehow I was closer to home. Closer than ever before. It's you again. The FBI agent. Saga Anderson. I'm closer now. I can feel it. You helped me get closer to escaping.
Wait. Are I still trapped? The clicker. We can...
You know about the clicker. It can help us. I destroyed the dark presence with it last time. You can help. You can find it. You must find it.
I can get it to you. I have to understand. Did you write the story?
Alice is in danger. I have to stop Scratch.
How?
I have to find Return. I need to get back to my apartment. I'm writing a story to get through. Initiation.
How is Alan there?
It's the only way.
Because Alan told her about the clicker.
Do that. You can.
How is he here and then Alan is there?
It lasted only for a moment.
What
Like
if the
two
Alan
planets
that's
passing
there
in orbit.
is Scratch?
Saga Anderson was helping me go deeper, closer to escape. Somehow, I had to trust her. Parliament Tower. I had to get back to my apartment, my study. I had to find the manuscript of Return.
It was the same one, so I didn't do it. Exit the hotel. Back to the apartment.
Parliament Tower was here, again. Zane said the manuscript of Return was the key to escaping. I had to get it before Scratch did.
Yeah, I'm not using the janitor's closet to go back to Saga. I think we're gonna find out that the guy there is Scratch. And that's why he's trying to get the clicker so bad. No, because that doesn't make sense. If the clicker... Yes, we know. The door isn't there anymore. Door's over here. This isn't how it was laid out at all.
Alice had turned the bathroom into a dark room.
So I'm here with my bright flashlight ruining all her pictures. It's what she would have wanted. Alright.
I needed to get inside the manuscript.
How is everything from Barry Wheeler? Hey Alice, everything good with you back home? Oh, that's weird. Just checking in. Tried to call but couldn't reach you. You're probably just deep in your creative process. I know how you artists get when you're in the middle of your projects. Everything else disappears. If you call back and can't reach me, I'm doing whatever it is an executive producer is supposed to do. Still a mystery to me. Oh, and if you want me to help you with anything business related in your exhibition, just say the word. Your pal Barry. Hey Alice, start circling. They now want to turn what happened to Al into a movie or a TV show, and or get this, a fucking video game. I told them to fuck off. Also, in case you hear this from someone else, A true crime writer named Tammy Booker is working on a book about Al. I hunted down our publisher and told them we'd sue. Don't worry, I've got it covered. Your pal Barry. Hey, Alice. Checking in because I haven't heard from you. Everything good back there? I've been trapped in non-stop meetings with no breaks. Open kimono? I've been considering peeing in a mug, and lunches be damned. How these people ever get a movie made when all they do is sit in meetings is beyond me. Your pal Barry. Hey, Alice. You're gonna think I've been replaced by an evil double, but I've joined a cult and I love it. Joking about it being a cult. Kind of. Blessed Wellness Retreat. Working with Al and the Andersons was tough sometimes, but these movie biz types are insane. My stress levels were through the roof. But then I was tipped off about this retreat, the best decision I ever made. I've never felt this good. Well, healthy. The guy who runs this place, Chester, is a goddamn miracle worker. I'm not a wacko in any way. I know you think I'm full of shit, but I have lost a ton of weight. You wouldn't recognize me. Chester says I'm lucky to have ended up here, and that something bad would have happened to me if I'd stayed in New York. I believe him. I wasn't feeling great after everything happened, especially with those FBC creepos who wanted, especially after those FBC creepos wanted to chat with me. Enough to turn anyone into a conspiracy nut. I hope you're good over there. Come visit any time. West Coast is not as bad as I made it sound in my earlier mails. Your pal Barry. Hey Alice, I'm more of a fish out of water in Hollywood than I ever was in the Pacific Northwest wilderness. These yuppies with their glow-in-the-dark teeth couldn't be more fake if they had 6 fingers. And everything is so fucking great all the time, even when it's in fact the opposite. More than once I've thrown up in my mouth during meetings with these movie exec jerks. But I gotta be here to look after Al's legacy. Everyone wants to gobble up the film rights for the Casey books, and they have moronic ideas of what to do with them. It's my duty to herd this horde of tanned zombies into the general direction of something resembling good taste. I'm painfully aware how deeply Al would have hated adaptations if they didn't do justice to his vision. Hey, Sam, think about that for a second. He was a master of hating things deeply, for good reasons. I mean, that's why we loved him so much, right? Anyway, gotta hop on another video call now to talk about casting. Your pal, Barry. So, Sam, I want to have a quick conversation about you. So why'd you race change Saga Anderson and make it make no sense? Yeah, so that's a thing. Saga was shown in early footage.
After Ellen died, I didn't leave the apartment.
Oh, I think we've seen this.
I was flattened. I think
But
confusion.
in early preview footage, Saga Anderson was white, and that makes sense because she is a descendant of
Guilt.
the guys in the Old Gods of the Asgards. Old Gods of Asgard. There it is. She's a descendant of those guys. Decidedly,
Barry
Swedish.
never started visiting.
And Swedish is not black, just saying.
Even cooked
So then her being a black girl is interesting. That would be Sweet Baby Inc. that you have to blame for that. They also did the stuff in Ragnarok that I didn't like, and they also did the stuff in Spider-Man 2 that maybe not like that game either. So they're great.
Alice's work had consumed the apartment. Her whole life.
This apartment is fucking crazy.
One morning, I saw a deer soar past my bedroom window. It was a balloon of some cartoon animal. And I looked out at the street below, and I saw a little girl crying. Like losing that balloon had just ended her whole world. was the perfect image of the horror of caring. And that's when I got myself out of bed. And I picked up my camera.
We're gonna watch this one because I want to see what her t-shirt said. The 12th annual, hold on. The 12th annual NSVA Film Festival, and it has a picture of an owl on it. It's NVSA.
There was something in the dark. Something I needed to see, to show. The more shadows I photographed and filmed, the more I felt like I was on the verge of a breakthrough. I submerged myself in it. I only went out at night. My search became obsessive, but I still had no idea what I was looking for.
It's really weird, the ghosting that you get whenever she moves. I don't know what that is. It's got to be something with the engine.
There's a world hidden behind ours. A dark tide ebbing and flowing against reality. Faces in the shadows. Fear of the dark is really just fear of what could be, that
Right, potential.
vast, paralyzing ocean. But photography can freeze reality in a snapshot.
Sure.
Put a cage around the infinite and capture it.
Turn variability into static
Faces are really there.
fact. Changes perception into reality. Right? Okay. I think I've seen all there is to see.
The door was locked.
I know. Okay, I haven't seen all there is to see. Oh, there it is.
The full manuscript of a novel. Return. A horror story about the dark presence escaping from the dark place, taking over Bright Falls. I couldn't remember writing it. I had not written it. I would never write this. I knew who had. Scratch. A monster with my face. If this story came true, Scratch would get out, people would die. Destroying the manuscript, it wouldn't stop it from happening. I would have to fix it, edit it. I could not change the genre of the story. I'd have to work within the constraints set by Scratch. I needed someone in the story to fight the darkness. Saga Anderson. I kept seeing her in my visions. She was already in Bright Falls, already involved, but she was not in Return. Not yet.
Okay.
I'd write her in. Try to stop Scratch within the limits of the horror story. It was almost impossible. It was taking too long. I had not reached the end.
Alright.
Scratch stopped me before I could finish my edits to the manuscript. The memory of my edits was already fading. Terrible things would happen if the manuscript came true. Scratch was there, at Parliament Tower, undoing my work. He could use the story to escape. He could go after Alice. Zane had said we worked on Return together. That was a lie. Scratch wrote Return. I would pay Zane another visit. He had guided me to 2 murder sites. I needed a new one to get back to Parliament Tower. A new draft of Initiation.
And we're back. We're filled with water now. This game does seem like the culmination of everything that they've been trying to do, because remember Quantum Break had a show that you had to watch an episode of along with the game. One of the reasons that I haven't played it, because I don't know how copyright and all that would work with LPing that. Hello,
I don't
Mr.
have time
Door.
for this, so let's get over with. Tell me, was this all fake?
Though I think
A
Lance
show?
Reddick was in that.
No one said otherwise, Mr. Wake. It was to indulge you, but we can stop pretending now.
Masks come off.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
Hmm.
I don't even think you know who's under your mask, but you know how to make things difficult for yourself. All these rules, endless, convoluted loops you insist on going through. You are so lucky, you know. There are so many people helping you. Armies of people. Myself. Your wife.
Alice,
Mm-hmm.
I need to get to her. She's in danger.
She is. Because of you. And so is someone important to me, someone you pulled into this. You keep opening
Saga.
doors, peeking in, reaching through to get what you want, and that puts you in my path.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have to go now.
Maybe you will make it through this time. This has gone on long enough. This and our Night Springs, it was a nice distraction.
It's time someone gave me a straight answer here.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind some of those myself.
The next time we meet, the circumstances will be very different.
Okay.
You would do well to return the favor by playing your part. Or stay out of my way, Mr. Wake.
Whatever you say. Door, Zane, the masks were finally coming off. Was it a sign I was closer to escaping? I had no time to waste.
Ha. 665 Neighbor of the Beast makes a lot more sense now. Well, he has a lot of work to do. Hey, you.
Hurry, Tom. Here is the light at the end of the... Jumalauta, that held you close, Tom. Mutta on watch the granny in the snow. When the panic is biggest, the help is also near.
Door didn't seem happy to see me this time.
Fearing the master is the root of wisdom. But don't let the game get you down. He's playing his role. Maybe put him in your films, Tom. Like you have put me. Sehän olisikin.
What films?
I'm a fan of your masterworks. There is Tom the Poet, my favorite, and Yöden Yö is the most famous one, of course.
Of course.
Is it true what I hear? That it's coming back to cinemas soon? Is there a bottom to this rumor?
I need to get back to my apartment.
I have no clue what the fuck you're talking about, as per usual.
You asked me to make sure you won't forget mikä se valokuva oli?
Light pictures.
Light pictures. The photos you artist wife took. They are waiting in the shoebox in the basement. What you leave behind, you find in front of you.
Okay. Thanks, Adi.
I think that is a reveal, because I think when he was talking to Jesse, he kept mentioning Tom as, like, his subordinate, someone who worked for him. And then he calls Alan Wake Tom. So I think that is kind of a wait a minute. Hope I didn't screw that up. Doesn't look like it did. Into the basement, I guess.